Lucky Lefty Podcast. We are brought to you by ONORA Whiskey. It's ONORAWhiskey.com. It's that premium American whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. And man, if you're going to drink, by all means, you have to make sure you do it
responsibly.
Yes, let's go. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Happy Friday, everyone out there. We are Nora Boys, Malik, ZAIRE, SHAUN Davis in the building. Audio edibles each and every day. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Lucky Legends and Players Only, the podcast. Exclusively patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. $5 a month. Go get all of that great content. TikTok, Twitter X, Instagram at Lucky Lefty Pod. Subscribe, Lucky Lefty Podcast on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up, leave your comments, questions. We respond to all. Home of the misguided passion, but forever committed to making sure we spin it
different.
Yes, sir. It's Friday, Left. What's good with it?
Man, game day, as usual, and another opportunity to see Notre Dame football on Saturday. So we got some good things coming down the pipe.
Elizabeth Crook. Thank you so much. You tap in all the time. You need to get back over to Patreon. Elizabeth, you're missing all the good shows. I'm telling you, you're missing a bunch of good shows. It's great content going over there. Get back over there. Elizabeth is down in Florida. She always supports us, man. She is first of all, she was born here, Chicagoland area. So that's what's up. Big time supporter. Has always been with us day one. We appreciate you. Tap in. GTB questions. Put them in the chat. Super chat, super stickers. Put them in the chat. We get to them immediately. We talk a little thug motivation. I call it Irish motivation, but a little thug motivation, a little Jeezy today in the form of Notre Dame college football and what attitude they're going to have going up to Ross-Ade Stadium to take on the Purdue Boilermakers. Love, what do you remember from your matchups at Purdue? Is it a loud place? I do remember using Amir Carlisle from the 1 yard line. I remember.
Yeah, it was it's not that big of a stadium, but it can get rowdy. They had a DJ to try to add some noise into it. I don't know what they've built to the stadium since I've last been there, but it's generally a pretty comfortable place to play. It doesn't get too loud where you can't hear anything, but it does get rocking if you let them get the momentum. So I just remember that, like, they got the momentum. It became harder and harder to do certain things, but it wasn't because it was too loud. It was just because they definitely get behind their team.
We're going to get to Malik's 3 keys, the clean sheet, motivation. But before we get to that, you have some leftover thoughts about how you think this thing with Thomas Hammock and Marcus Freeman continues to play out. But the response you're getting kind of upsets you, like the narrative that's playing alongside, what actually took place.
Yeah, they're melding the whole, this is humbling, this is good for coach to be open to opinions and all this stuff. But the thing is that if Notre Dame won that game, it wouldn't have been no reaching out to Thomas Hammock. It would have been moving on to week 3. Great, easy win like we thought it was. It would have been another thing. Because it didn't work that way, now you get these, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to see you succeed. Like, we all know, the facetiousness behind that. It's like, why are you so ready to help me when you were just talking in the locker room, talking about, we didn't need luck to beat these guys. So that mixed with the fact that they never met until the game, you couldn't be that much brotherly love unless you are rubbing it in. And conversely, because I know for a fact Marcus Freeman wouldn't have called him if we won, makes this whole thing become so much bigger than what it should be, because it's not usual. It's not usual to lose in a situation like this. It's not usual to get a phone call where the game is so big for the other team that the head coach on the other team goes on a world media tour? Like, what are we talking about? The man been on Good Morning America, every big podcast, everybody. Like, like in week 2? So it shows you how big the brand is. It has nothing to do with Marcus Freeman's coach friendly ability, where he's just so open to everybody's suggestions and the black man helping the black man. No. This is unscrupulous that we think that this is somehow a benefit to Marcus Freeman, because Marcus Freeman would have never called Thomas Hammock. Yes, Marcus Freeman played the game of being the good host and the coach because he was trying to ease the blow because he thought we was finna blow you guys out. He's being a good dude. But this is where the good dude facade, not even the facade, this is where the good dude makeup gets taken advantage of. Because Marcus Freeman is just such a great guy, they're using the great guy strategy as almost being a position of weakness. He answered my call first ring. He was so receptive to all the things I was telling him how he could get better as a head coach. Like, what are you talking about? He's a good guy, but he ain't that dang modest. Do you believe any coach that Brian Kelly lost to is calling Coach Kelly to help him know how to coach? Let's just be serious. What do you think, Sean? Do you think when we lost to Duke, that in 2015 or 2016, under Daniel Jones, that the Duke head coach called Brian Kelly right after the game and said, "Hey, let me help you figure out how to coach. Let me give you some tidbits, Brian Kelly." See, that story doesn't even resonate, but it somehow resonates with Marcus Freeman because he's such a good guy. I guarantee you, Nick Saban, after he whooped Coach Kelly's ass in that 2012 championship, did not call Coach Kelly after that game. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. That's what I'm saying. So why all of a sudden, when it happens to Marcus Freeman, oh, he's such a gracious loser. He's taking all opinions and all these coaching tips from the winning coach. Like, that's not a great look for the character of the head coach of Notre Dame. Lou Holtz, do you think Lou Holtz would have took phone calls from coaches that whooped him? I mean,
him and Bobby Bowden had a pre-existing relationship.
Yes, but that's also they're on the same level.
Like you said,
we're on the same level, though. This is the same level. That's great. Not saying that Thomas Hammock's not a great coach, but the programs, it makes sense. The level of a MAC program, you can't tell me is going to somehow elevate Marcus Freeman's coaching acumen.
So I'm glad you said that. There's a clip floating around with Urban Meyer on the Triple Option podcast where he talked about his time at Notre Dame as an assistant coach and said, you know, he looked at the schedule and was like, yo, why do we play this crazy schedule? Like, dude, no one plays this many good teams. And he was the school, he said the assistant AD at the time told him, look, we look at our schedule geographically.
So
we divide it into 4 quadrants because of the Subway alumni, and we go to all 4 quadrants and play the best teams. That's what we do. Because we see bigger. We see bigger. Now, things have evolved because of the college football playoff. And now, you know, Notre Dame with the expansion does not have the pressure of having to go undefeated without the conference affiliation. Right? So, but Notre Dame was so locked in. Now, we talk the OGs, Reg and Oscar, all the time about how they were consistently locked in. My question to you, listening to what Urban Meyer said and how things have changed, because he said Brian Kelly brought the MAC to the schedule when he got to Notre Dame, trying to lighten the load of the schedule. Has that affected Notre Dame? Has Notre Dame become soft, putting the softer teams perception-wise on the schedule, as opposed to always looking at the schedule saying, yo, we playing, there is no break. We're playing the best in this area, in the Northwest, Southwest, Southeast, Northeast, Midwest. We're playing them week after week after week, and then just including the academies. That was pretty much it back in the day. Now, Miami, Ohio, Northern Illinois are September games after a somewhat difficult game against Texas A&M, and then you got Louisville being looked at as a big game now. Just juxtapose that to the former players, because we'll talk about that next week on Players Only. We'll put that to Big O and Reg and some of the older players. But in your opinion, and man, feel free to tell us in the chat what you think as the shift of adding lesser teams and making the schedule a little less strenuous than what it was under Lou Holtz and Charlie Weiss. Do you feel like that has affected the approach mentally?
It could have. I do think that just the way Notre Dame has been, I wouldn't even say ostracized, but the way they've set themselves up differently than the rest of college football for so long, there can be things that come into play where an arrogance or a sense of entitlement comes in to where we know better. Look at the way we recruit, look at the way we position ourselves in the college football landscape. We seem to have a lot of answers.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you seem to have all the answers and then you fall short, there's just a big gap of, you guys think you know more than what you do. You know what I mean? And I think that perception bleeds into the minds of how people just hate or love Notre Dame. Because they like, y'all so high and mighty, holier than thou, running all the rules and regulations and setting the standards and practices, claiming that you do this because you want to be the premier program, tradition, storied program, and then you lose to a team that can barely fund its athletic football team. So it's like, you guys aren't what you say you are. That's the perception that we get when we lose games. You guys aren't what you say you are. We took down King Poobah, and all of you guys are like, what's the point? What's the point? Y'all do all that, lose to Cincinnati. What's the point? Y'all might as well just join the conference. Y'all do all of that and embarrass yourself on national TV. What's the point? Why do they give y'all so many big games? Why do they put y'all on TV? Why, so it's almost the same effect of Shador and Dion in college football. Now, they don't help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Dion talking about he gave a hat to a kid that had a Nebraska jersey on and said he was trained to be a Nebraska fan, but he's really here for us. That's why he gave him the hat. Now that type of see, we ain't talking like that. But you can see how that sets you up for failure or for a big fall. Because they even played the clip where Shiloh was at the coin toss talking about we finna roll y'all, and
man, just talking big trash.
So when they get these, and then Shador after the game talking about how many times Raiola get touched, how many times. So it's, this is all in one game.
Just throwing his defense under the bus, offensive line under the bus. Like, yeah, it is.
This is all in one game. This ain't even stories throughout the season. They do this every week. So you get the frustration that how other teams react. Look at Colorado State talking crazy. Colorado State, like, let's see how many Instagram likes you get. Didn't y'all just get waxed by Texas?
Yeah, that was pretty.
Y'all talking big and bad, like y'all.
You should be worried. Yeah, you shouldn't be talking trash after you came off of that defeat, right?
But they're so ready for Colorado, like it's a brand new season. So that's the type of. So people wonder why the teams play better against us that they don't usually do. It's because it's that passive underlying aggression they have for us.
Mm-hmm.
Dion's is a little more boisterous, and it's on Front Street, so it's an easy target. Ours is, this is the Super Bowl. We don't care if they're good or not. It's the stuff around them.
Yeah.
It's the stuff around them. It's the perception. It's the you guys think you're better. That's why teams play better than us, or try to match our intensity and treat it like the Super Bowl. So it is it's interesting because we can't shake the perception until we win, which is like, I mean, we have to be as dominant as we are off the field, off the court, as we are in these meeting rooms in this office and in these rule changes and these business decisions. If we was at that level, like we are with how Jack Schwarbrick was moving around college football, we'd be a bad team. We'd be a bad team. We'd be really nice, you know. So maybe it's the how other people view in the administration Notre Dame and how that trickles down. Because, you know, it's always a trickle down effect.
Right.
So maybe that trickles down into the teams where their administrations are like mad that they got to follow the way we set things. They can't make the money we make. So through the week, they feel like the underdog. They feel like they're being disrespected by us all somehow, you know. When we taking people to NFL stadiums, when we paying people to come to play us, when we traveling the world and filling your stadium. LeBron hadn't been back to Ohio State since the Notre Dame game. You know why? Because Notre Dame was there. LeBron ain't been back to Ohio State game ever since.
No. I take that back.
Bronny's visit.
No. Was he there for Bronny's visit? I know Bronny was there, but I think Bron was playing, right?
Yeah. My point. Bronny don't. So we bring.
Because I remember Bron said he wanted him to experience it for himself.
Exactly. So the last time Bron was even around Ohio State. Okay. So when I said it back then, that Bron came to see us play, he ain't been back since. Now he'll send y'all some shoes. He'll send y'all some headphones. He ain't gonna send them himself. He gonna send his little team, and he gonna make a video wherever he's at. He ain't coming to school. LeBron's on the field, hands folded, right, clapping hands, shaking, kissing babies, shaking hands. When Notre Dame's in town, not when Ohio. He didn't do it at Ohio State, Michigan. So proves my point. Go to Louisville. They set a record. How long Louisville football been around? Notre Dame come to your town. You shut down the entire state. The entire city shut down. The most people ever at the game. We go up to Michigan at that point and set the record for the most people ever at a college football game. And that's at one of the biggest stadiums out there. But why did that happen? Because we came to Big House. So, yes, it's crazy. But that's where we say you got to understand the expectation when you come to Notre Dame. This is not another school where you just walk in and think that losing the game is not a big deal. Every game becomes a big deal. Every game becomes a big deal. We giving teams their biggest win in program history. We getting guys drafted on opposing teams. We getting coaches elevated to places they probably would have never got to if they didn't come through Notre Dame. Look at Jared Parker. 1 year, you get a head coaching job at Troy, which is a good program. But 1 year from being a tight ends coach, you go tight ends coach, you went to Purdue for a year, you went all these places. You went to Notre Dame for 2 seasons. Got gifted the OC job. Gifted. I'm talking about they bowl, everything. And then the next year, after losing the 2 of the 3 biggest games, you get the head coaching job? I mean, you can't make this up.
No. Only in America, as Don King said. Only in America.
Only in America. Matt LaFleur comes to Notre Dame for 1 season after being a quarterback coach in Atlanta and becomes the head coach of the Packers the next year. Where does that happen? The 1 year Matt LaFleur did got him a head coaching job at the Packers. You can't make this up.
Nah. Super chat. We thank you, Beachville, for tapping in. Get your GTB and super chats in. Quarterback stats are so abysmal. Doesn't that tell us the kid can't play? Not mediocre, but dreadful stats. Should not tell the coaches that this is something you cannot fix.
It's just so early in the season. He can play better, but
we're going to talk about that. Marcus Freeman on his teleconference, he let something go that everybody was like, oh, is this the first sign that a hook might be coming against Purdue? Or afterwards? I was like, I can't wait for Lefty to hear this. Might be a game too late, but Lucky Lefty podcast left. It's now time for Malik's 3 Keys, brought to you by ONORA Whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. That premium American whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. If you don't drink, make sure you do it responsibly. Ross A Stadium, 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Notre Dame Fighting Irish will run through the tunnel to take on the Purdue Boilermakers. And Left, what are the 3 keys to
3 keys is very simple. We need 2 receivers over 100 yards. We need Jeremiah Love to have 15 carries. And we need Riley Leonard to play better than last week, period. Defensively, it's hard to give a key when we're giving up 13 and 16 points a game. So it's all offensive facts. We need 2 receivers over 100 yards. Jeremiah Love's got to touch the ball more than 15 times. And Riley Leonard. Do not turn the ball over. That's it. 2 receivers over 100 yards. Jeremiah Love's got to touch it more than 15 times. And Riley Leonard cannot throw picks. That's it. That's all we got to do. Defensively, be the defense we know you can be. That's already the standard. Just be the standard defense that we expect Notre Dame to be. We don't have to play necessarily 3 times better than last week or worse. Just be exactly who we know you guys to be. Are we going to get some defensive? Okay, let me replace the Riley thing, turnovers, which it should be a standard. It shouldn't happen. Let me replace that one with the D-line production. It would be nice to get our first sack on the season. How about that? I'm sure 1 sack in the game could affect the entire outcome if we just get 1. We ain't even got 1 yet. So these are really low-hanging fruit goals that I think can take Notre Dame to a place where we can level out. Have a couple receivers over 100. That's possible.
That's not happening, bro.
That's possible.
It's not happening.
It's
bro,
possible.
Come on, man. That's not happening, bro.
Getting Jeremiah Love.
I hate to be the bear. Okay, stick to Jeremiah Love. That 2 wide receivers over 100 yards, bro. That's not happening. That's not happening.
Jeremiah, that's 200 passing yards. Let's just be honest. That's 200 passing yards.
It is. And that is a high mark for Notre Dame to reach right now. You're right. That is 200 passing yards. You're absolutely right. That is ridiculous that we are talking about 200 passing yards being the floor. Yes. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I agree with you. It's absolutely ridiculous.
But it's so low hanging fruit. Like, come on, we not that bad. Jeremiah Love got to touch the ball more than 15 times. That's doable.
Yeah. I didn't want to stop you. They do have 1 sack on the season.
Okay.
But I mean, that's.
Can we get another? Okay, is it too hard to ask for one more?
The fact. Oh, yeah, we got a sack against A&M.
Is it too much to ask for? Okay, let's raise the. Can we get 2?
We're talking about. They're supposed to be up for Lombardi's, right? Right. Both D tackles, right?
Is it too much, Sean, to ask for 2 in 1 game? How about that? We got 1 on the season. We played 3 games. It wouldn't be. We played 2 games. Please.
Now remember, I asked you thumbs up, thumbs down before the season. Notre Dame gets 30 sacks.
Oh my God!
Remember that? Remember I said that?
That's a large number. That's a large number.
John Massey, thank you for the super chat. More lives from Legacy Media. Priester on why NDD line bad. Cross not 100. That's true though. Howard Cross. That was part of the reason. I think that's kind of what went into giving them the day off and not going hard on Thursday last week, because Howard Cross, since the end of fall camp, has been battling with the nagging injury. RJ Oben has just flat out been bad. Everybody got excited when he got that sack in the spring game, and he's been bad. That's it.
Well, he's not the same.
I'm telling you, man. I'm not.
We got John Baptiste came from Ohio State, so it was an expectation. He know what a sack looked like. John Baptiste at least knows what sacks and great players look like at Notre Dame. RJ was the best D lineman at Duke. What is he comparing himself to? I don't know. What pedigree of pass rushers is RJ Oben coming from? As opposed to a John Baptiste he's been there 5 years, so he's seen a chase. He's seen some first round guys on the D line. So John Baptiste was like, okay, the level is there for me. I don't have to necessarily play outside of my character. I could just be myself, just at a different school. RJ Oben probably had to take his game up a couple levels. Just like Riley. And so he's probably getting the shock of, well, this ain't the same. And it's not. None of this is the same. So, but going back to the 3 keys, please, if we can get 2 sacks in the game, I don't know how hard that it seems to be pretty tough, but I do believe those 2 sacks can influence this football game in the right way. 200 yards passing can influence this football game in the right way.
We are begging for 2. Man, we are flat out begging for 200 yards passing. This is, oh my God, this is an all-time low, bro. I cannot believe I'm sitting here in 2024 begging for 200 yards passing from my quarterback. Begging and pleading. Actually sending a prayer up to God. There's so many other things I could be praying about, bro. I'm actually sending up a prayer to God for 200 yards passing.
And a lot of this is, if we don't start fast, I just think it'll be a tough game the whole time. If we don't come out of that first quarter with double-digit points, I just know it's going to be a struggle. So I'm praying, okay, maybe if we had a 4th key, just add another key, just one more key. Please, let's get double-digit points in that first quarter. If we don't leave the first quarter with double-digit points, it might come down to the wire, Sean. It might come down to the wire. Because you talk about starting fast. You can't start slow and on top of it, starting slow, have a bad way of continuing to get better as the game goes on. So it's like you got to be lights out first quarter. Play pissed off. That would be a determining factor if we're ready to play. If we go into this scenario and can't score double digits in the first quarter, that means we're not ready to play. That means we didn't take what we had last week. Y'all didn't use the motivation from the fans. Y'all didn't do it. If y'all don't go in there and score double digits in the first quarter, then what did y'all do to improve from this week? Because if I lost to NIU, the team that we play next week is in trouble. You ask Oscar McBride, you ask any of these OGs, if they lost a game, the team next week is supposed to be that's the standard. The team the week after you lose, in general,
It's getting smacked.
It's in trouble.
In trouble.
Like y'all should be upset that we lost like we did last week, because this week is gonna be something y'all ain't gonna be prepared for. It's not no average week 3. So if we don't go in there and score 4 plus double digits in the first quarter, then that means we didn't learn anything from last week. All them things that we talked about using the fans as motivation and hearing everybody say y'all suck, y'all didn't hear them. Y'all didn't take them serious. Because that's the response you have when you have an embarrassing moment like that the week before. This week, oh, you supposed to be.
You know, honestly, what I can say before we move on to the clean sheet, which is I'm very excited to hear your concepts for the first 15 plays left. I can't wait for this. I know you have to go to the film room for this one left. You had to really dig in for this one. I know you did. I know you had to dig in this week, but you talk about it. Yo, the things that we're asking for, bro, the things we're asking for from a quarterback, the things we're asking for from our defensive line, our defensive tackles, are literally the foundational things of football. We're asking for the basic package, bro. We're not asking for the premium package. We're not up here. We're not asking for the premium package that comes with all the extra channels. You got your HBO Max, you got your Amazon Prime link, you got your Disney connected to your Hulu and all. We're not asking for all that.
We're really not asking for much.
We're not. We're just asking for the local channels, man.
Yeah,
can I get ABC 7? Can I get NBC 5? Can I get
cable?
CBS 2? That's it. Can I get Univision?
Well, all free cable tickets you to put the little wire in the door in the wall, right? Just hook the wire up to the wall. That's all you need. Screw the wire into the wall. You good? You get the free channel. They free. You ain't gotta go to the neighbor's house and hot wire they dish satellite. We just asking for the free stuff, the stuff that's expected. Like our expectations even lower for that. We ain't even talking about expectations yet. Because if we talking expectations, look at how drastically different we're talking about. If we're talking expectations, I'm saying, okay, we got 350 yards, 3-4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 or 3 sacks coming, maybe a pick from Ben Moore.
350 yards. You talking about 350 yards from the quarterback?
We were just talking about this man Riley being in New York with all things included. He should be a 35,000 yard player.
Was the last 300-yard game against Navy last year, dude?
That was the first game of the season.
I'm going to go ahead and check it. I'm going to go ahead and check it for you, love.
Lord Jesus. But that's the expectations we had for what the fans believe they had in Riley. The team and where we are at year 3 as a program. Getting a receiver coach, getting Dem Brock, getting new receivers, getting the running back room stout, having the offensive line be what it is. Yeah, 300, 320, 3 or 4 touchdowns, couple picks from returning first-round starters. D-line that's wreaking havoc, getting sacks. Running backs not running for over 100 yards. These are the expectations we had going into the season. And that's drastically different. Drastically different than the product that we're asking them to put out on the field Saturday. We went from 300 to 320 and 3 touchdowns to just 200 yards. We went from wreaking havoc in the backfield, causing pressures, getting sacks. We're begging to get 2.
Central Michigan was the only game last year they threw for 300 yards.
Oh my God! See, but Marcus Freeman don't show them stats. If we have 300 yards in one game of the season, this is why we're not a top offense. That's the type of stats that he needs to talk about. But man, expectations of what we wanted in the season from game to game is drastically different than how we're talking about expectations to win just this game against a team that we're better than. That's what makes it.
I'm glad you said that. And remind me to get you to explain the marriage between, because watching the All-22, but I also watched Dan Orlovsky break down why Caleb Williams struggled in his first game. He said the same thing. It was his feet. And Caleb Williams in the Wednesday press conference said, I was too fast in my drop back. I was too fast, and I was getting to my reads too fast, and I wasn't in sync with the wide receiver. So I want you to explain that based upon what you said about Riley Leonard last week.
Going too slow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get to that. That's coming up. We'll get to that. But your clean sheet left, brought to you by New York Whiskey. First 15 plays. How do you think it's going to go against Purdue?
That'd be one of the toughest clean sheets I've ever done. I think you start with getting the balls to the favorite, your best players. The first 5 got to have Jeremiah Love in 3 of them. And definitely the first play of the game. So the first play of the game should be Jeremiah Love, period. The 3rd, 4th, and possibly 5th play of the game should be Jeremiah Love. The next 2 after that, so we had 7, something with the tight ends. Because I haven't seen them.
You haven't seen the tight ends.
Which is almost sacrilegious. I mean, we know Denbrock was talking about going more receiver and 10 personnel and spreading guys out, but we didn't know this. So first play, Jeremiah Love. Second play, I say, is Faison coming back? Because that eases the crowd.
No, I think Faison is either going to be
Faison will be my
Miami or Stanford. Yeah,
he'll be my second play again because he eases the crowd. The crowd loves them Faison. So second play of the game, I'll give it to Jordan Greathouse and a screen because I ain't warm up yet. The next 3 plays are runs to Jeremiah Love. That's the first 5. Throw a swing pass to him first play.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a screen pass to Jordan Greathouse or Jaden Greathouse. The next 3 are runs to Jeremiah Love in some capacity, outside, inside, toss it to him, flip it to him, shovel it to him, whatever it takes. Screen it to him. So that's 5 touches right there. The next 2 plays are the tight ends. Play action, a little dump off, a little tight end screen. They need 2 back to back. The next 3, get your Chris Mitchell in there somewhere. We might take a shot, not underthrowing. Right? You want to play 8, 9, 10. You got to take a shot to the end zone. Chris Mitchell's in there. Get a double post or a sink one. You know they're going to give us one-on-one. Because it'll be around, hopefully we get the first down. We trying to cook and score in the first drive. Chris Mitchell's got to be there, taking that shot down the field. Him or Bo Collins between 7, 8, and 9, or 8, 9, 10.
Mm.
It's a deep shot to Bo or Chris. Hell, maybe 2 in the 3. They got to get the ball on the outside. The last 5, I'll throw in a Riley run. Get a backup in there with Jadarian. Got to give Love the ball again. And then find a tight end. That's how I would go about it. Because if all else fails, you get a ball to your best players and you take the pressure off of Riley having to distribute the football in a way where he can put us at risk as well. We have an offense where we got enough players, you don't have to put us in risk. But you can't be the featured guy either,
Oh, Lord, give us 200 yards through the air. 2 touchdowns.
Oh, 2 touchdowns would be nice.
2 50-yard receivers. I'm not even going to ask for 100.
You said 50? That's not going to win the game, though.
0 for 4 receptions for 50 yards. 1 touchdown apiece. I'm not asking for much left. I can't.
So that means your point total is real low.
If I ask for more, I think God might be laughing at me, bro. God might laugh at me and say, "Son, are you serious?"
The point total may be low. The point total may be low if you do that.
Oh man, Lucky podcast. So
Because
right
then if
there,
that's the case, if you begging for 200 yards, what how many points do you get out of 200 yards?
if you're efficient, I mean, Hudson Card versus Indiana State was 26 or 27 for 278 with 4 touchdowns. Look. He missed. He had 1 incompletion. 1. I don't care who you playing. 1 incompletion. And they're talking trash too.
Oh man.
Talking about they get sick and tired. I saw somebody from Purdue, one of their media posts said we're sick and tired of being Notre Dame Super Bowl.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, they're being real petty right now, bro. They're being real petty over there, bro.
They said they're sick and
tired. They're sick and tired of being Notre Dame Super Bowl.
Sick and tired though. Y'all been losing? What do you mean?
I think they're mad because we didn't let their drum in the last time.
They have to. Yeah, we told that drum to stay outside the stadium. We don't need that in here. It don't even fit. You know, keep that. We don't even want to hear it strike up. You ain't striking it up around our defense. It ain't happening. So, but you see, let the floodgates open when y'all start saying, "Oh yeah, Thomas Hammock, that's cool that he did that for Marcus Freeman." Yeah, yeah. No, now it's getting in this weird place where it's trying to flip the roles.
Everybody's taking shots now.
It's free game.
Everybody.
They ain't coming to where?
Everybody's taking
where?
Shots. You know what I'm saying? It's like Drake. Rick Ross is taking shots. Here comes Pharrell taking shots. Everybody's taking shots. They're like, oh, Kendrick got him down, boy. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, let me go ahead. Give my little 2 cent in. ASAP Rocky throwing a shot. Like, what? You ain't even dropped music in so long.
Like you have a scrum back in the day in the neighborhood. You get somebody down, and here come your boy who knows he's not a fighter with a late kick.
And runs off. Yeah, back off. Yeah, run off. You're like, man.
Like, dude, if you don't get your crazy self out of here.
Yo, this is only happening because we allow it through the excuses we give to our own fans.
Yeah.
Because we can't even defend you. Can't even defend your Notre Dame players. Yeah. Can't even defend your Marcus Freeman when you giving us the BS. You telling us, oh, it's stats while we lost. Oh, it's the crowd booing while we lost. Well, we had a away game. Now what's the motivation? We had an away game. So you can't say the fans anything now. You need the fans now. You need the fans when we score a touchdown to, cheer us on in the little corner of the section we're going to be in the stadium. You need that now.
Lucky Lefty podcast. When we come back, we'll get into Irish motivation. What's motivating these guys? We'll hear from Riley Mills and the man that's going to have a lot on his plate. He should eat all day on Saturday. We'll hear from Notre Dame starting running back Jeremiah Love as well. Left, SD2 mics. We'll be back. Lucky Lefty podcast. We spin it different.
What's up, family? The merch shop is finally here. Lucky Lefty Network merch shop. We got it all. From the shirts to the hoodies to the hats to the nitty gritties. Come here right now. Shop with us. Come get the swag because if anything else, we spin it different. You see the gritty. You see how we get down. It's elite.
Lucky Lefty podcast back in the building. Sean Davis, Malik, ZAIRE. Man, we talked about the schedule for Notre Dame. Has it made Notre Dame soft? Malik's 3 keys, the clean sheet. Excited to now get into some video with the Notre Dame players. Wait a minute, hold up. Hey, it's Friday. I'm feeling good. Notre Dame fans, I told you, the closer you get to the weekend, you'll start feeling a little bit better. Kickoff, 2:30 p.m. Central Time, Ross-Ade Stadium. The Purdue Boilermakers host the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Oh, man, we're going to get to our predictions. But Left, you know what? You see the smile on my face, dude? I'm feeling good, man. Not only because of Notre Dame, man. I'm feeling good because, God is good, man. And when you see the investment you've made, start to manifest and flourish, bro, you can only be excited. That's all I'm saying, man.
But I never sweat. Got a couple reasons I'm this confident. Why I act this way, why they love the chase. Cause I'm dripping in light, only I admit. The price for me to stay higher than your minimum wage. Let's set the record straight. I need you to keep me engaged. If I made you beg for it, would you? Get on your knees and pray for it, would you? I wanna see the limits you'll go to keep me sticking around. If I were to give you the blueprint, reveal all my secrets to keep up, I need to know what I'm getting into. So tell me, what would you do for my love? What would you do for my love? What would you do for my love? Yeah. What would you do for my love? What you do for my love?
Yo, I don't promote too many USC graduates on my
Yeah.
on
Hey,
my
listen, this is
podcast.
different. This is a different occasion.
Yeah, I don't promote too many USC graduates, but once again, man, I'm so proud of my baby girl, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
Man, hey, pursue your dreams, people. Hey, let me tell you something. I came from a generation where all credit to the work that my parents and my grandparents did, migrating from the South, getting jobs, buying homes, establishing some type of wealth for their families and opportunities for education, furthering education, generations going to college and getting opportunities to go into corporate jobs. And doing that, there was a lot of generations that did not just pursue their dreams, right? Because it was all about just getting a job and provide, get a job.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's that 90s through 20,
man.
20 like what? 10?
Yeah.
90s through 2010 was get a job, get a career, it's not the same now. And it happened so fast. Like you almost getting a job almost what you shouldn't do.
Everything they did to set myself and my wife up to be able to allow my baby girl Ari Camille to go and pursue her dreams. And I'm super proud, bro. I'm super proud. Every day I tell her, like, yo, you make me super proud. If somebody hit me after she dropped the video, that's Ari Camille, available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. What would you do for my love? WWYE4ML. Hashtag it. Get in, support. It's on my Instagram page. It's on my Facebook page. Ari Camille, support her. Go download it right now. Apple Podcasts and Spotify. She's doing a thing and she has something humongous on the horizons, bro. I can't wait. I'm sitting here like, my wife is always like, you better not say a word. You better not say a word on your podcast. And I'm sitting there like, I can't wait to drop the news. She has something humongous. God is good. That's all you need to know. God is absolutely amazing. And we could not have done it without the help of our village and our spiritual village, our educational village, our familial village, extended family and friends. And yeah, bro. That's what's up. When you hit me like, yo, hey.
It seemed like it's all coming together. That's why, it's like, okay, I see it. I see the breakout video being the thing, and all that,
Mm-hmm.
So.
And shout out to her friends that helped her shoot the video. She did that herself. She edited
it. Looked current to the way videos are shot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was outdated or it was a home project. Like,
bro, she is so talented, bro. Sing, dance. She won't do it, but she can spit. She has some bars in it, but she just won't. I don't know. She kind of just left that alone. But like, she's so super talented, bro. She's so super talented. I'm just happy to be in one of the individuals that God trusted with her. He trusts to be with her, dude. I couldn't be more proud, man. Let's get back to Notre Dame, bro. Because I can talk about I can talk about her all day.
That's right. Hey,
and how good
God damn, man. I like that.
Let's get to it, man. Riley Mills. See, there's been so much attention on the other Riley. A lot of people feel like this Riley is getting a free ride, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
he's getting a free ride. And his performance versus Northern Illinois didn't kind of match up with the preseason hype. This is what he had to say.
Is it because?
Yeah, I think after watching the film, we all.
Now go ahead, Lef.
Is this because he's from Chicago and he felt bad for the home team? He was like, I can't do that to my boys in Chicago. Was it some of that?
That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Is he giving the hometown discount?
Did Thomas Hammock hit Marcus Freeman because he was an Ohio boy?
Riley Mills, I saw Riley Mills before the season throw the first pitch at the White Sox game. That showed the loyalty to Chicago right there.
So I'm just saying, since we doing that, is that why Thomas Hammock is trying to play dirty dozens with Marcus Freeman?
I just need to know if that Chicago thing is bleeding in. Is it mixing in? Because we can't be having that, Riley. You giving out hometown discounts to your homeschool team.
See, this is where I have to teach you a geography lesson. Newt Rockney said it best. Boy. He's from Lake Forest. Bro. That's the offices of the Bears, bro. Nobody respects that. No, we're not. Tommy Reese is from Lake Forest. We're not calling that dude. Tommy Reese is not a Chicagoan, bro. He's not a Chicagoan. That dude is from Lake Forest. You hear me? Don't do that.
Okay, I'm glad we had to clear that up.
Don't do that. Riley Mills should be happy we allowed him within the city limits. Don't do that. Don't do that, Lef.
He confused me. He confused me. He deep in. He talking about that's my city.
Don't do that. Now, I just explained to you what it is. You keep walking up to that line all week. You've been walking up to that dangerous line, bro.
Oh my God. I need answers. That's all. I got too many speculations, too crazy of a situation.
Can we play the clip, man? Can we hear what the young man had to say about Saturday and looking forward? Can we do that for the people?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, I think after watching the film, we all, saw what we need to do better. And, I know especially for the defensive line and the defense, just watching the game, I think one thing is like the excitement. Like, we got to be juiced up every day. Like, we only get a few chances. Like, and for me, like the clock's ticking. I'm telling the young guys, like, dude, like the clock's ticking for how long you play Notre Dame football. And that's one thing Coach Golden preached about was like, there's only so many opportunities. So you got to be excited every time we're out there. I think looking back, one of the most frustrating things for me is just like, how are we not more excited on the sideline? Like, how are we not more pumped up after making big plays? Like, that's going to be the big thing going forward that's going to change. And it's been today in practice. I think today was just a tone setter. Everyone's frustrated, motivated, to get on to Purdue, but it really starts today. Like, today we're playing Purdue. Like, they're having practice, we're having practice. Like, it just comes down to who's going to have the best day.
And finally, for me, just the roller coaster of emotions of going into Texas A&M and winning that big game, and then a week later losing at home the way you guys did. What was that 8-day period, that 1 week period like in terms of the emotions of that roller coaster?
I mean, yeah, if that's not football, I don't know what is. That's kind of one of the things about football that makes it so great is that you can have the highest of highs and you can have the lowest of lows, and ultimately, like, it's really how you manage that, and I think you can, look at this loss and think, everything's over. You can look at the win and act like everything's great, but really, like, you can't get too high on yourself. You can't get too low on yourself. So I think it's really it's a big life lesson overall. So, you just got to keep going. You can't let your head, get frustrated by some things that happen. You just got to keep yourself motivated.
Go ahead, Lef. I don't have anything to say. I have nothing to say. Go ahead, Lef. I have nothing to say. It's yours.
We
all yours.
Don't live in reality at Notre Dame. I don't know if this is first of all, he's talking about excitement and energy. the biggest thing he said was that he was watching. Yes, you was watching. You wasn't playing last Saturday. You was watching out there, Riley Mills. Same thing. That was watching the game. That wasn't playing the game. You talking about you need energy? How? Your 5th year. You came back. You came back. You came back to do this? You came back to search and find energy? Man, this man is a jolly green giant. He has no edge to him. That's why you're not getting back there. You back to just, philosophy of life. Can't get too down on yourself in life. You just got to keep going and keep trying. It comes down to whoever has the best day today. What? What? That's what they talking about in Al Washington's room? If I'm Al Washington, I'm calling you at the, hey, come see me, man. Come see me, man. I'm going to sit him down in front of him and say, what are you talking about? We just going to see who has the better day? This is Notre Dame. What do you mean? See who has the best. Like, you just go, well, we don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to come out here with energy. You're going to come excited. Rah, rah. What about shedding the block? What about getting in the backfield, making a sack? You talking about being happy being out there. What are you talking about? That's the problem. You do look happy to be out there. You don't want to play. You just want to be out there. I don't understand. I mean, they're asking you direct questions, and we must all major in philosophy. All of us players major in philosophy because we come up with these grandiose, one love, try your hardest in life, but don't get, like, what are we talking about? You good Samaritans? Good grief, Riley. We talking about football. You talking about, man, you just can never say you can look at this and look at it as bad or you look at it as good. How are you looking at it? How is Riley looking at it? Because we're looking at it as bad. You seem to be trying to take the latter of the two. Why? This is a loser mentality. You keep talking about less and less opportunities. You only got so many. Well, what are you doing with yours? This is week 2, and you talking about where's the energy? Where's the energy from the sidelines? Well, I'll tell you where it starts. When you start making plays. That's where it starts. You want to find energy? Make a play. Get in the backfield. Make a sack. Who's going to cheer and have energy for 1 sack on the season? Come on now. Come on now. Who's going to have energy for 1 sack on the season? Who's going to cheer you on when you got 1 sack and it wasn't even at home? It wasn't even at home. You had to go down there and trip a guy up to get a sack. I have never been so disappointed in the response. Like, y'all act like this didn't happen or something. Like, oh, it's just another game. This another game mentality is insane. It's insane. Because that means we have no what do you call it? We have no okay, it's the same as saying you go to a steakhouse, let me just get this steak. You don't say medium well, rare, well done. You just say, let me get the steak, no matter how it come. We don't live in reality. We don't live in how you go to this steakhouse and just say, give me the steak. They're gonna look at you and be like, what level, what degree, what I don't even care. That's how y'all act. I don't even care. We just out here. I don't even care. We gonna play football games and we'll see who has the better day. This is not a playoff team. This is not a playoff team saying that. I have never seen the cop out, the deflect. But you know what always talks about? It trickles down. Because Marcus Freeman probably give that same speech in the team room. Guys, it's just another day. Guys, we got to do these things on the stat sheet better, guys. And then we'll see what happens. This being a good Samaritan in football does not help you. Not when it comes to winning the game. It may help you in being the optic and the optics and the media and the fun-loving stuff we do, but I can't tell if this man Riley has ever had a bad day in his life. It just seems like you're going through the motions of life. Like, we brought you back because you just enjoy being at school. You just enjoy being on the team. Like, what are you? I didn't hear no aspirations of you wanting to increase your game at all. I didn't hear nothing about your game. I didn't hear nothing about, oh, I need to work on this to make my game better so I get sacks. Oh, I misstep here and I should have. You ain't talk no football. That's the problem. You talk zero football, Riley Mills. You talk philosophy. Philosophy. You didn't talk no football schematic. You sound like Marcus Freeman. I know you're going to ask about the schematics. We'll get to that later. But let's talk about analytics. Let's talk about math. Let's talk about getting tricked and magic and all this other stuff. And then you hear your D lineman. Oh, we'll just see who has the better day. Oh, we just going to, have more energy and, we're going to try harder. No football talk. Oh, they got a good guard. We're going to really try to get the guard, and then I'm going to do this. I got to be better. I got to be stronger in the trenches. I can't just be getting walked back. His whole philosophy is, guys, we only got a couple opportunities. What are you going to do every day with it? What are we on YouTube watching motivational videos all day? I don't get it, Sean. Hold on, man. It got my camera fogged up. It got my camera fogged up with this BS.
This is great.
This is why I said we need mean D linemen. Don't feed them for a day. Hell, what Auburn quarterback say? He got the fans requesting the NIL back on Venmo. Fans, we need to start requesting that money back from some guys. Chicago White Sox. That's why the Chicago White Sox ain't got no edge. You got the non-edge throwing on the first pitch.
First of all, when's the last time the Cincinnati Reds won the championship? When's the last time the Cincinnati Reds won a World Series? When's the last time the Cincinnati Reds, the White Sox have won? It was about 20 years ago, but the White Sox have won. When's the last time the Reds made the playoffs? White Sox made the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years. 2 of the last 4 years.
We got more legendary players.
Relax.
We got more legendary players.
Relax.
That came through Cincinnati. That's all. We rest on our players. We rest on the greatness and the history of our players. That's what holds the Cincinnati Reds tradition so strong.
That sounds like Notre Dame. They're resting on the history of their players in past teams too. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Notre Dame. Brian Hatton, I thank you for the super chat. I'll forward this to Baby Girl. Appreciate you for Baby Girl. Thank you for the super chat, my brother.
I mean, this Marcus Freeman, we had a see. This is why I appreciate our media guy, Birch. Because Birch would have never let y'all go up there and talk like this at these conferences. Birch would have pulled you to the side and said, "Hey, let's talk a little bit different about this. Let's go over what you about to say."
Roosevelt, hold on. Hey, Roosevelt, let me tell you something, man. I'm not even gonna front. At this point, I agree with you, bro.
He did.
I agree with you. If Notre Dame fans get upset with me about that.
Man, he probably saw Riley Mills in there and was like, man, if you don't get your Lake Forest, non-Chicago repping, good stewardship, I can't play next to this. I can't play next to a man talking about we need more energy.
We're going to see full summer. This is just another example of a full summer of people laughing at us left when we were just trying to speak facts. I was just reporting what came out of the young man's mouth.
Oh, my God.
His evaluation of, all we heard was he was scared to compete against Howard Cross and Riley Mills. Remember that? Remember we heard that? He's just scared to compete against our guys, our PFF top tackles. I just said, okay.
Yeah, your PFF top tackles talking about we got to go out there like it's our last day on earth. Like what? I mean, the brother got deep.
And Newt Rockman keeps saying you have to see Lake Forest. Left is just posh. That's super posh, bro. That's all you need to know.
That's what I got from Riley. Riley Mills made me feel like he got something better to do after this press conference. He's just coming in to massage the minds of Notre Dame fans, and he gonna go back and shop at Urban Outfitters and some of that Chicago White Sox NIL. He don't care about what y'all talking about.
Urban Outfitters. Come on. You buck wild, bro. You buck wild.
He came up there, but that's the thing. They think they can go up there and let that slide. How is that sliding at Notre Dame? How do you go up there and you the captain? You the captain talking about where the energy. Well, it start from you, captain. Captain, my captain. You supposed to be the energy. You supposed to be acting like this your last year. You talking about we didn't know. We came out there and just walking.
Can I show you? You want to see a stark contrast? You want to see a stark contrast? I'm talking about like night and day. I couldn't believe this press conference could go from one side and just get flipped. Watch this, left. ND9 says this. Do any of these guys have an edge?
They got Julio got the edge ups.
Julio
got the edge ups. Marcus Freeman got the edge ups.
ND9, that's a good question. But check this out. 3 straight clips. Watch the tone. That's a 5th-year senior. True sophomore. Watch the tone, left. Just watch the tone.
They were kind of hitting me like in my knees like the whole game. So like after halftime, like I kind of like knew like if I got in the open field, somebody gonna try to cut me or something like that. So came through the bust of the hole and shoot, I just knew he was going low, so I just jumped over him and just scored.
Did you realize what you had done when you did it, or when you went back and saw it, and when did you actually finally get to see it?
Like I realized what I did. Like it was planned. Like I knew that it was gonna go low. Like I said, like the whole game it was hitting me in my knees and just trying to like blow my knees out or something. And like I ain't see the play until like shoot after the game, because we usually got like stuff we can watch plays, but it wasn't available during the game. So yeah, I just knew that it was going low, so I just heard it.
Did you feel like the momentum had kind of swung back your guys' way at that point? Obviously, you guys weren't able to sustain that, but at that point, did you feel like that had helped give the momentum back to you guys?
I mean, yeah, most definitely. You know, like when anybody makes a big play or scores a touchdown to bring us back in the game, I feel like that gives the offense or shoot the whole team a lot of momentum, you know, and a lot of confidence. So that play, I would say, was most definitely like a confidence booster, and you know, got us back on our feet.
That's a guy that's involved in the game. That's a guy that can speak on his efforts in the game and talk about
the tone. You sense the tone, like a little more confidence. Like, yeah, what you mean?
He's like, dude,
that's what I do.
I said I wasn't thinking. It just react. I'm a football player. I know that if I get the ball in open space,
I'm a dog. That's what I do.
If I get the ball in open space, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. Not. I hope I can do it, and the fans can cheer.
Well, it depends on whether or not I have the better day or the safety has the better day. None of that.
I don't know if I hope that I have a better day than the tackler. What are we talking about?
Oh man, it gets. Oh wait, man, hold on. He talked about standards, left. Standards.
Shoot, my confidence level still is as high as it can be. For the team, our confidence level is still as high as it can be. I mean, you know, anybody can win on any given day, and that's just that. You know, nobody's going to come out and just lay down. You know, so our confidence level is still as high as it can be. You know, we're just going to come out this week and, you know, try to be better.
Do you feel like maybe you all prepare the same way for A&M as you? I mean, for NIU as you did for A&M, and if so, preparation compared to when you got on the field and into gameplay, do you feel like there was some traits missing maybe that you all didn't have?
Nah, I think preparation was pretty much kind of the same. Shoot, we like in our running back room, we're taught to, you know, like don't take anybody lightly. I mean, like I just said, you know, anybody can come in and, you know, play an A+ game or play a great game. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. You know, just come out and you got to play to the standard. And shoot, man, I don't know. The preparation was the same. It's just anybody can win.
I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I know I was ready. I can't speak for everybody. He
was trying to. Went from the team to the running back room. He said, I can't speak for these niggas, but the team, but the running back room. Oh no, we taught to never take. We go play.
Yes.
He went from the team to the running back room.
We balled out against Texas A&M. We balled out against. Hey, We're consistent.
Because he like,
consistent.
I can't, I'm not about to sit here and just, no.
Throw people
But
under the
the
bus.
running back
That's not
room,
what we do. Right, yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But the team got to, anybody, he started talking about anybody can win when he started talking about the team. He said the running back room, this is what we do. We go out there, we play, we make the plays. We prepare the right way. That's why he's like, ain't nothing really changed for us. Running backs, we do what we do. But the team is not the same as the running back room. Jeremiah Love trying to find excuses to say for the team, but he like, dude, I'm out here. I get the ball over space. You saw what happened. They asked you, did you know you was going to jump? He said, bro, this is me. I do this, baby. I do this. These other brothers, they talking about, we just hope we have a good day. We hope we come up with some energy. Not talking no football, philosophy. These are philosophers. Great student philosophers. Not student athletes, student philosophers. We got football players in the running back room.
Left. Once again, he's a true sophomore. He's not a senior. True sophomore. Gets better. A little motivation. You need motivation? What's motivation? Come on, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis.
The perspective is to just, keep going. Bring each other up and shoot. Play football. Prepare the same way or just have great preparation. Take practice seriously. And do all the things you need to do.
Wait, ho. Wait a minute, man. Come on, man.
That practice thing.
Your youngster sitting up here like, hey, man, take practice seriously, yo. This ain't no game.
This practice seriously thing.
Come on, man. You heard the head coach after the game said, man, I got to do a better job and not letting stuff slide.
Oh, my goodness.
Not letting stuff slide.
So we just had practice walking through the motion?
I got it. Man, I have to do a better job, not allowing mistakes to continue.
So we had practice just doing whatever. These practice stories ain't. I see why they kick y'all out after the first period.
All I'm saying.
They said they probably do all that hard stuff when y'all there, Sean. When you leave, they probably take the helmets and pads off.
All I'm saying is the pup.
Big circle.
The pup is sitting here saying.
The perspective is to just keep going, bring each other up and shoot. Play football. Prepare the same way or just have great preparation. Take practice seriously and do all the things you need to do to, play the best of your ability. And, just come out and play with a hunger to, just defeat anybody we go against. Try to just get better every week and every day.
That's what it is.
And that's the, perspective going on throughout the season. Just keep coming and working. And shoot, don't look down on anybody.
I know you guys probably get tired of the storyline, but what does it feel like after Saturday? And do you need motivation going into Purdue? How do you look at Purdue? You look at it like an A&M now, or like Alabama potentially?
Me personally, I look at everybody the same. I feel like I have something to prove, and shoot, I'm coming out every week trying to play to the best of my ability. Shoot, I'm not even looking at the other team. I'm looking at myself, seeing what.
That's all I've been waiting for, Lev. That's all I was waiting for. I'm done. Go ahead, Lev. Take it from there.
You heard him. He said, I'm not even worried about them. I'm worried about how I can get better. I'm not surprised because it's coming from the player that's producing the best on the team. That's a guy that's mindset is in the right frame of work to be executing these plays, to be executing these big moments in the game. A dog, a guy you can count on, dependable. He don't want to give you all the code. He's like, dude, I'm a dog. I'm going to prepare the same way. What do you mean? I'm going to go out there and do what I do. I care about what I'm doing. I don't worry about them other guys. We have a standard in the running back room. We don't take nobody lightly. We out there everything 100%. These other guys got to take practice more serious. I cannot believe I'm hearing that. Guys got to take practice more serious. Coming from the head coach who is saying you can't get on the field until practice looks perfect. So what's really going on? Serious, what's really going on? This practice thing is concerning me. Your quarterback coming in, oh, I gotta clean up my practice habits. Coach coming in, can't let mistakes just slide. Huh? Jeremiah Love, oh, we got to take practice more serious. Y'all think this is for play? Y'all think this is a game? But it goes back to we not understanding what it means to win and lose at Notre Dame. These transfers don't know what it means. Because they're coming from programs that ain't ever been asked to be great. When has Duke football ever been asked to be great? Bo Collins told you. Because he been there before. I like Bo Collins' interview after the game at Texas A&M. He been there before. He knows what it is to win at a high level. So it's just too drastic of a difference from week to week. First week you play an SEC team, you handle business. The second week you play a team that shouldn't even be on the same field as y'all, and y'all lose the game. What do you get in the third week? That's the question. What do you get in the third week? Because those 2 weeks are so different. That's what makes it so polarizing. Is that you get nominated as the biggest win in program under Marcus Freeman, blah, 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 blah. And then the next week you put out that performance. That's the biggest Jekyll and Hyde I've ever seen. So what are we going to get the third game is the real question. And it seems like the biggest thing to fix is not only the mentality, but it's the practice habits. It's the practice schedule. That's the disconnect right now. I'm hearing. I don't know about what you think, Sean, but it literally sounds like guys ain't practicing the right way. And they think they're going to roll out there and roll over on teams because they heard, like Marcus Freeman said, we bought into the fact our schedule was easy. Yeah, the schedule is easy. That don't mean y'all go easy. What do you mean? Y'all forgot that y'all still got to practice? What are y'all talking? Yes, you look at that schedule, you're not even sweating about who's on there. But you don't even sweat in practice either? Oh my God. I know one thing, Brian Kelly would have never let that happen. And I'm only saying that because of who Brian Kelly was. He was the same guy every day. We're not going in there looking like Jekyll and Hyde first 2 weeks of the season. We're not going in there talking about practice. It wasn't good. That don't happen. One, we didn't allow practice to be like that as players. But two, that's just not the way things was ran. Now, it was a little monotonous, a little boring. Maybe not as competitive throughout the year as camp or as other periods of the season would be. But the preparation was never in question. Being ready to play, especially in games like NIU, was never in question. It was never a second thought. So to fall from grace that far, it's just shameful. It's just shameful. Because if we're that up and down, that's why I said we might be 7-5. Because you can get up for a Texas A&M and stoop to the level of an NIU. Stoop. I don't even care if NIU is good. We're still stooping down there. So that's why I'm like, something's got to be a constant. And Jeremiah Love in that running back room is the constant. He told you we do the same thing we prepare all the time. We don't change. Our standard in the running back room is different than the standard on the team, clearly.
And it has nothing to do with the opponent. We don't care who it is.
We don't care who it is. We don't care who it is because it don't matter.
Sophomore talking. Notice the difference between your fifth-year senior and the true sophomore.
The fifth-year senior said we got to get some more energy and we might win. We might go out there and have a better day. What's this? Like I said, what is Al? Al watched it, had to have called Riley Leonard in that office after that and said, what are you talking about? That's how you going to represent this D-line?
You mean Riley Mills?
Riley Mills. That's how you going to represent this D-line, Riley Mills? Talking about, we We just got to have more energy. We'll see how it goes. These are the some of the last first practices of for the rest of our lives. We only got so many for the rest of our lives, guys. Let's give it the good old college try. You a college try D-line. Good old college try D-line.
And I played, wait a minute. I don't know if we played this week. Let's see, dogs. You want to know the difference between, pups, just pups, and dogs? I didn't play this, Left. Listen to Xavier Watt after the game and compare it to what you heard from Howard Cross and Riley Leonard after the game. This is X. Listen to X.
See from NIU's offense that was giving you guys trouble?
They just outplayed us. I mean, I don't know. We just, missed tackles, some misassignments. They popped a couple explosive plays on us that hurt us. So, they kind of just outplayed us in that aspect.
And then the final drive where NIU's going down there, what's the message to the team? How are you guys trying to rally to stop them there?
Yeah, it's a tough situation. They're in field goal range. It's fourth down. Obviously just trying to get a stop. Just trying to grab the ball, try to attack the ball as much as we can. Like I said, it's a hard position. So just try to make the best out of the situation. Like you said, just get a stop and, give the offense a chance.
Front row on your right, Angela DeMello.
Xavier, a similar question they asked Howard. A lot of you guys came back for another year when many of you could have decided to go pro. How much does that, yourself included, how much does that add to the frustration of being 1-1 at this point?
It's not like entirely. I mean, obviously it's frustrating we lost, but it's not like, I don't know if you're asking me if I'm like regretting it or anything, but it's not like I'm regretting the decision at all. I came back because I know I believe in this team. We're going to come back and, bounce back from this. At the end of the day, we lost, we're 1-1, but we got to figure out what the problem is and we'll come back stronger.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Cats that are like, it's a problem. Jeremiah Love spoke. Man, it's a problem. It's a problem. We need to fix it. Howard Cross, Riley Mills, oh, man, we've been here before. Sometimes other teams are better on this day. Just depends.
Yeah, sometimes the other team is better and all this other
See, dogs talk different. See, if you're a dog, that's unacceptable. You see, X called himself, when he was asked about coming back, X called himself like, wait a minute. Like, if you ask me if I regret coming back, no. Because I still think we're going to win games. We're going to do what we need to do. But we got to fix this.
But the guy that's telling you the things that we don't need is the captain. The other two guys aren't captains. So it seems, how are we selecting these captains, team? That's what you want running out there representing y'all as captains? These crazy responses to playing bad in the game? Your captains is representing you guys out there.
Riley Mills is a captain, Left.
No, that's what I'm saying. Them other guys ain't captains. Jeremiah Love is not a captain.
Jeremiah Love's not. X is a captain.
But it just shows you the difference
in the captain, in the leadership. Yeah.
So I just find it very disappointing that one, they not all talking the same. That's the problem. They're not all talking the same. All of them should be on the same accord. Riley shouldn't be talking like, I'm sorry, Xavier should be talking like Riley. Riley should be talking like Xavier.
Yeah.
They should be having captain meetings, because we just witnessed two captains talk completely different and they on the same side of the football.
What you just tapped into there, Left. You know how it is. I've never been there, Left. You know what it's like with 100 dudes on the squad after a game like that, week of practice. You know the conversations that are taking place in individual dorm rooms, going out to restaurants. You know the different types of conversations that are taking place about the quarterback situation, about other things. They'll come, put on a nice face and say, we're all locked in. But you know how it is in the locker room. I've been in a locker room, bro. I've been in a locker room. It's not a football, but I've been in a baseball and a basketball locker room.
Locker rooms are the same.
Locker rooms are the same. So we don't have to dance around this. We know what it is. You have two people like X and Jeremiah Love saying, yo, it's some problems. It is what it is. We got to fix it. Because our expectations are here. The standard is here. You seem to have other people, like you said, that are not speaking the same. Who are they taking their messages from, Left? It's supposed to be one what is that? The movie
One band, one sound.
Band, one sound. Drumline. One band, one sound.
We got a couple different sounds.
Yes.
We playing like but they're telling you the problems. You're witnessing the issues while we're not playing as a unit, while we're not playing together, while we're not playing the right way. The players on the team ain't even on the same page. The players on the same ball even ain't on the same page. The captains ain't on the same page. The running back room is on a different page than the team. The running back room is on a different page than the team. And the running back room is the team that's producing the most. Why is that? Why is the younger players on the team being the ones that are taking the bigger edge about losing? You got Fat Cat. That's what that is. You got Fat Cat at Notre Dame, Riley Mills. Fat Cat. You just riding the wave. Oh, that Notre Dame 5th year. Ooh, you got 2 classes. Underwater basket weaving.
Underwater basket
weaving and home economics. Guitar class. You know, you play guitar every Tuesday. I know, Riley. You chilling. Big NIL, man. So we need some more starving guys out there. Some guys that are like, you know what?
My Love did mention the word hunger.
I'm a little more hungry than the guys that are fat catting it on that D line, fat catting it on the team, fat catting it at the quarterback position. You should feel ashamed that you're going up there telling everybody bad feet, bad eyes, bad ball, bad play. I hope they follow me. I hope they look at. You should feel bad to even say it. I would never say that. I just, if anything, just like they talk about Dan Marino. Dan Marino would make an excuse for everything. Instead of just saying that, he'd be like, "Oh, well, it couldn't have been me," because the edge was too strong. The edge was. I wouldn't go up there and say bad feet, bad eyes, bad ball. I would have been like, "Man, I done stepped on the grass wrong or something." Because I know if I was in my right mind, I would have never did that. I must have got hit by something, by the fans or something hit me, or my trip, or my shoelaces wasn't tied. Just ridiculous excuses other than to say I'm out there just losing the game for the team. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because your name is on that. Why would you want your name to be bad feet, bad eyes, bad ball, bad everything? What? So it's a frustrating place where we are, because how are we this disjointed on what we come out from the locker room sounding like? Sounds like guys in there fat catting, not taking practice serious enough. Some guys holding the standards, some guys aren't. We just letting things slide. Guys are who they are. And it's interesting because nobody talking about the O-line. Nobody talking about all this concern we have for the O-line before the first game. Now it ain't the O-line no more. So it goes back to, who are the guys on the team that are the X factors for moments like these? When the chips get down, adversity hits, no matter how good of a team you may have, there are dogs on the team that you turn to. There are guys on the team that you depend on to get the thing going when it's stalled. And you cannot force that. Because when you force it and you ask the guys you're forcing to do it, they can't produce, you lose the team. You lose the team.
Did we not just watch a great example of that in the Olympics? As great as everyone individually is on Team USA, when they got down to Serbia and they needed it in the fourth quarter, the only three that touched the ball were LeBron, KD, and Steph. That's
Only
it.
three. Don't even
think about it. Don't even think about it. Anybody else? Don't even think about taking.
You can't even. Nah, it's.
If you take a shot, you taking the boat home. Taking a boat home.
Because now is we have to win and we ain't embarrassing ourselves because we supposed to win.
Yes. Thank you. Who is that?
Who is that?
Where they at? Who is that on the squad? Where are they at?
Because you know when you don't have that, that's when you are allowed to do this excuse stuff. Oh, we just got to have a better day. Oh, we just got to see what happens. Oh, we got to have more energy because you can't point to. That's that Jeremiah Love. He got to take over for us. Can't point to that. Who are we pointing to?
But that's so now we have to depend on the sophomore Boubacar Traore to be that.
That's what they acting like.
Howard Cross and Riley Mills aren't acting like they're gonna be the guys to step up.
They not act. I'm like, these are the guys that we're dependent on, and they're not giving us the response.
We need to put Sean Sevillano in the game.
At least Sean Sevillano was talking right out the gate.
Yeah, I came here to go to the NFL. Like, I don't know what everybody else. Like, I came here to go to the NFL.
I don't hear nothing like that from Riley, a fifth year that came back.
Super chat from my guy, ND Milton fan. Would you take some of the C's away?
No, it's too late. You gave them to him wrongfully.
Man.
Now you got to wear that. That's what you tie yourself to. When you don't do the right thing, you got to tie yourself to it.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Because what you going to throw C's? Now you throwing C's around? Now you did all that voting, all that working up to doing that, and then you just going to throw C's around?
I got Joe on that delete. Said out here hitting them with the flight of the bumblebee. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we need.
That's exactly. Hitting them with the flight of the bumblebee. That's another drumline reference for those of you that might not know. Oh man. Man, this is petty. Longbow said Bible study on Thursdays ain't working. Please don't get Malik started. Please don't get Malik started.
Because you got 50 guys on the team every Thursday in that room. What they say, 40 to 50 guys every Thursday in that room. Well studied and well read in the word. But not in the game plan. But not at practice. Who we turn to, a Montessori? A missionary? What the Catholic priests go to study for 4 years to become a priest? Is that what we're becoming in the football program? Y'all want to become priests? Because y'all can do that, but then y'all don't come prepared for practice. How that work? I know faith is important, but gosh darn it, can we put football up there too? Even Drew Tranquil, as Jesus loving as Drew Tranquil is, he still played on the game. He still played on Saturday. He still made plays.
He was
the biggest Bible study guy on the team.
His faith has carried him through injury after injury after injury after injury after injury. That dude is a warrior. He steps up.
And so I can get that.
He steps up.
Bible study every Thursday. I was there. I seen it. But he could also go out there and play on the field.
His faith without works is dead.
And Thursdays right now looking dead.
You crazy. Lucky Lefty podcast. So, Left, can I read you something that Marcus Freeman said? Can we get some works? Notre Dame, we know you got the faith. Can we get some works? That's all we're asking for. Just want the works to go with it.
I mean, what we doing now?
Just want the works to go with it. That's all. Just want the works to go with it. Can I read you something from, we were on the teleconference with head coach Marcus Freeman yesterday, Left. And something was said that was this is him on Riley Leonard. I'm going to read you a few things. You respond. Riley's had a really good week of practice. He's made some really good throws and done a really good job at decision making. Okay, that doesn't move you at all, huh? Okay. This is what Marcus Freeman had to say about making a change at quarterback. Here you go, Left. I don't know if there's an exact parameter. We have to have success. We have to move the ball. We got to score points. If we're not able to do that, we got to make changes. That's what Marcus Freeman said yesterday. Does that make you feel better?
Marcus Freeman can't say anything to me to make me feel better right now. I need Marcus Freeman to go in there and get on the field and coach his ass off. I need to see 200 yards of passing offense before I believe anything from a press conference.
That's your ask. That's all.
Because I hope it ain't hard of an ask. That's the problem. I hope it's not hard to ask something so basic. Just 200 yards, Marcus Freeman. Talk about that. Talk about us getting 200 yards in a game. I don't want to hear really nothing else.
Our boy, Coach Vic. What's up, Coach Vic? Coach Vic said really good throws is the minimum.
You got to get really good throws to make it to college football.
Oh, man. That's it, Left? Look, I'm going to be honest, Left. At least he finally admitted, like, all right, yeah, I don't know when that moment is going to come. I can't give you an exact parameter, but look here. Nah. Nope. If it ain't going right, we're going to have to make a change. Time to make a change, man. That's a big difference from I had no thought of putting Steve in the game. That was post-game Saturday. Fast forward to Thursday. Maybe Thomas Hammock told him, hey, dog, you might want to think about making a change at quarterback. I can't tell you to change your quarterback, but we watched the Sun Bowl tape, and we felt like, yo, we'll take our chances with 13. Of course, I'm being petty now. So please don't take it seriously and run to the message boards with this, because I'm being super petty right now. Put me on the petty train. But maybe Thomas Hammock, maybe that was one of his bullet points, your quarterback, when he called Marcus Freeman to give him some advice. But regardless to that, it was good to hear Marcus Freeman he's not oblivious. At least they gave me the feeling like, okay. Because for a minute there, I was getting worried, like he just doesn't see it.
I was definitely worried that I was definitely worried that he just not seeing it, man. Or he just blinded by the fact of like he's got to hold on to the decisions he makes or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Lucky Podcast. Predictions for the game. Put your predictions in the chat. We'll put them on the screen. Notre Dame, Purdue, 2:30 p.m. Central Time, Ross-Ade Stadium. The Boilermakers against the 18th ranked Fighting Irish. They're 1-0. Hudson Card coming off a big game. Maccabee, the running back, tremendous runner. Really good run game. And Graham Harrell loves to throw it around the field, spread you out. Ryan Walters loves to come up, bump man to man, challenge you to throw over the top, and be physical in the box with his safeties, his defensive line. They have a really big offensive line, so I'm sure they're going to try to lean on Notre Dame early, similar to what Northern Illinois did. With all of that said, Left, everything that you've had to filter through this week, the emotions, the analytics, Marcus Freeman giving you the stats, arguments with fans, arguments with a guy Ken Gibbs the other night. After all of that, what's going to happen on the field, bro?
Can we get 200 yards in passing? Can we get just 200, man? I think that the score, man, it's hard to even give a score when you score 13 against a MAC school. Now, because Purdue isn't awful, Notre Dame is pretty good with playing to the level of their competition. So with games like this, we'll be more likely to do better because the competition's better, naturally. I could see a 34-28 game with the sense of we getting our bearings back, and Jeremiah Love's only getting better, and Denbrock's not going out like no sucker. We still gonna take shots. We still got the talent to score the points we need. And Riley can't be that bad, dude. Like, even you just chalk it up to saying maybe he just isn't quite there yet. Okay, but you can't be that bad. I'm talking about so bad to the point where you can't be that bad. Let's just say you can't be that bad, Riley. And if you can just do your job. We ain't even talking about making plays. We ain't got there yet. We just talking about do your job. Oh, man. We got to get in I just don't know how you don't get in the 30s this game, honestly. If you go 3 games getting under 20-something points, somebody's head got to roll. Somebody's head got to roll. Because something happened from when Denbrock told you in that press conference that we'll be a top 10 offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in week 3 and can't get close to 30. Something happened between when Denbrock said that and because you're not saying that for no reason. Denbrock been coaching long enough to know what a talented team looks like. Denbrock's been around long enough to not just shoot the crazy stuff at you. He's been around long enough. So for him to say and have the confidence to be like, we can be top 10 just like our defense, who is still playing top 10. What happened? We didn't only play 2 games, but what happened? So it ain't. I don't even know if it's Denbrock. Because Denbrock told you what he felt like was we had on the team. Like, he coaches the team. Denbrock only tells you what he's looking at. So he's looking at a top 10 offense, and we know he knows what the offense looked like coming from what he just came from. What happened? That's what they got to go figure out. What happened? How do you feel like you top 10 as the offensive coordinator with all things included, with all the things happening? What happened? You can't get it in 20 points against a MAC school? You can't score 20 against a MAC school, but you saying you a top 10 offense. The top 10 offenses right now are in the hundreds of points. What you mean? The top 10 offenses right now are in the hundreds of yards. Cam Ward's first game is better than 2 games combined at Notre Dame. And we gave Miami the business all off season. Oh, crystal ball this, crystal ball that. Oh, they trying to plant flags in Chicago. Oh, they got to rent out apartments because they just up there so much in Chicago. They done got the whole class of 2000 to call Justin Scott. Well, they must be doing something right. They must be doing something. They used to get on them. Oh, Miami, they think they this. They must be doing something right. Because all I see down there is a bunch of touchdowns, guys just running around, do whatever they want, scoring a bunch of points, getting a bunch of passing yards. I know they ain't got a better O-line.
I don't know, bro. Hold on, wait a minute.
A better O-line?
They got a nice collection of veteran five stars.
Better O-line, though?
Right now, I would definitely say their O-line is better.
You saying that because they producing?
No. I'm saying that because the kids they got were good. They were good in high school, so they might have the best center in all of college football, literally. So yeah,
we got some pretty damn good guys too.
They'll be good. They'll be good.
Okay.
They'll be good. So if you just want to talk about like ceilings, that's a conversation. But in the present, they're the better offensive line. They are. I'm just being honest.
I need to score double digits in that first quarter. I don't care about nothing else. We need to score double digits in that first quarter by hell or high water, whether it be Benjamin Morrison getting 7 just to kick it off, whether we get 7 from Ben and 7 from a kickoff return. How about that? That'll still be good for us. We have to find a way to get double digits in the first quarter. If we don't, it might be a shootout of 7-3 by the end of the game.
Lucky Lefty podcast. Your score left. Did you give a score?
34-28.
34. You did say 34-28. Left. I have very little confidence in getting 200 yards through the air. This is going to be. I do believe this team is going to be inspired. I do believe the start of the game is going to be vitally important. I do believe that if they don't start fast and see points on the board, you can come out emotionally and be there and compete, but if you don't see the results, it can drain the emotions. Because then it's like, all right, man, here we go again. I agree. They have to score early. That's going to be very important. And Marcus Freeman, your leash, you have to read your team. You cannot allow the quarterback position to drain the energy of the entire team. You cannot. You need to use that backup quarterback, whomever that is, to get a little juice if things start going left. Give that team some hope. You have to. You cannot say, we'll wait until Miami, Ohio. No, if you see it going left, no pun intended, after 2 or 3 drives, hey, you better start considering. I'm not saying pull the trigger at that moment, but the consideration, especially at halftime, hey, I need to talk to you. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up going with such and so in the second half.
We need to see some action.
Right out. So I don't see 30 points left, but I do see the defense. I see the defense playing a better game, especially from an assignment standpoint. I do. 24-13 left. 24-13. 24-13. And I'm thinking about saying 21-13. I want to come down and down and down I'm going into this game feeling like we need to keep the ball away from Purdue. That's the way I'm feeling. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why am I feeling like we need to run the ball, possess the clock, possess it, and keep the ball away from Purdue? This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I honestly don't know, man. I don't know how to even. They don't give me no confidence that they're going to put more points on the board than what they did, man. Because it comes back to who's making up that 24 points for you. We already know 3 is the kicker. Who's making up that 21 for you, Sean?
Say it again.
Who's making up those 21 points? Because I know 3 is the kicker. So who's making up them 3 touchdowns?
Say it. What are you talking about?
You said you thinking 24-13,
Just
right?
we doing
3
that.
points is to the kicker.
Yes. It,
Who is getting them 3 touchdowns?
it's the president. What about Monica Lewinsky? That's what we doing? You put me on blast, like Said the Entertainer said? That's what we doing?
I can't find out.
That's what we doing? That's what we doing? You just can't let my 21 stand, bro.
No, I can't, because I want to be confident that you get me right.
So you looking for encouragement from me. That's what you're doing, right? Mr. President, tell us about Monica Lewinsky. You're gonna talk to me like that in front of my wife? That's what
Oh
you're doing.
God, yeah, they I can't think of it.
Oh man. Oh man.
South Alabama
The running
scored
back-
87
the
points
running back-
against
the
your
running back.
hometown Chicago team.
The running backs are gonna give you 2 touchdowns. Okay. The team has to find a way
Get that third.
to get that third.
Get that third.
Okay. Okay.
9 receivers on
point,
the team.
At this point, I can't even. That's why I took the 24 down to 21. I can't trust Mitch Jeter right now. I can't. My man got 2 kicks blocked last week.
2 kicks blocked.
Granted, one was from 62, so I can't even blame him for that.
2 easy kicks. Remember the kicks they blocked? It was like, why is 39 so small? Why is he just so?
Hey man. Yeah, so that's what I'm 21-13 left. 21-13. 21-13. If Notre Dame, watch this. If Notre Dame scores 35 points or more against Purdue, I'm going to give away 5 free Lucky Lefty t-shirts.
I'll do it too. Yep.
5 free Lucky Lefty t-shirts. I'll send them out for free. If Notre Dame scores 35.
35 or more.
35 or more. Matter of fact, forget that. For the rest of the season. For the rest of the season. Anytime Notre Dame scores 35, we're sending 5 t-shirts out to fans.
We're sending 5 out
Free.
to the fans. There we go.
Free of charge. Free of charge. Anytime Notre Dame for the rest of the season puts up 35 points, we're sending 5 t-shirts out to fans.
And we averaged 38 last year. Think about that. Same team, different quarterback, averaged 38 last year. We're saying we'll give away free stuff with less points.
Free.
I'll do gas cards because y'all wasting gas driving up to the game. I'll give y'all gas cards. How about that? Sean do the free shirts. I'll give you gas cards to make up for traveling to these losses and wasting your money.
Now we're going to have people tweeting Notre Dame gets the 30 on Saturday with like the ball in the 4th quarter. Throw it. We got
throw it, please. Oh my God,
man! I'm telling you. Hey, I had to bring the motivation.
Now we got to put on Twitter free shirts.
Free shirts. And anytime Notre Dame scores 35 points, I feel bad even doing this, bro.
No, don't feel bad.
You know
It's encouraging.
That's like, if you miss 2 free throws in the 4th quarter, you get free fries at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Free
And Giannis at the line.
Right.
Yeah, Giannis is what your fries is depending on. Okay.
Oh, man. All right. Let's go through the big games of the week left. Alabama goes up to Camp Randall. That sounds weird. Yeah. Alabama goes up to Camp Randall.
I didn't know they send planes up that way.
You can fly into Milwaukee or Chicago, bro. Come on, man.
Out of Alabama? I didn't even know Alabama had routes going that way, man.
So, man, your boy Kenneth Grant from Michigan, his mom and I graduated for the same high school. We're still good friends. They got spanked by Texas and they have a bye week, so he took his mom to see Usher. You think that team's locked in?
No.
I was like, oh, word, that's what we doing? Yeah, at the Usher show? Oh, man. Yo, you said this team's going to lose 5 games. They struggled mightily against South Florida at home. 6 minutes left in the game. It's a 2-point game. Like, how do you see this?
What you mean you didn't see it? What you mean? I told you was going to have it.
No, I said, how do you see the Wisconsin-Alabama game?
Oh.
So you picking Wisconsin? This is one of the 5 losses?
No.
Okay.
It should be.
Okay.
It shouldn't be. But, after we lost, the way we lost, I wouldn't even put it past Bama. I wouldn't put it past Bama. I said this is the most even college football has ever been. And it shows. South Alabama puts 87 on Northwestern. Come on, man. This is jokes hour. South Alabama, what kind of transfers they got? Because none of that is homegrown development.
You mean South Florida?
No, South Alabama put
87 last night. You're right.
On Northwestern.
Texas State put up 28 against Arizona State.
Arizona State, shout out to them. They trying. They got 3-0, But this is the most even college football has ever been. And Notre Dame is the sums it all up. Us losing Notre Dame sums it all up of how college football is more even than it's ever been.
Hey, Newt Rockney, I saw your little comment about Caleb Williams earlier. We got the win. Enjoy that L you all took and enjoy Malik Willis for the next 4 weeks.
Oh my God, yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that? How about that? Now, so you have Bama in that matchup. Yeah, I got Bama 27-20. I got Bama 27-20. Tonight, Arizona and Kansas State. Number 20 Arizona goes to Kansas State.
It's a tough game, tough matchup.
It is, man. I don't think McMillan has almost 300 yards in receiving. This dude in one game, we have a new one left. We have a new one. No more freaking Charlie Jones. Freaking McMillan, dog. Has more receiving yards individually than Notre Dame has in the entire wide receiver room.
And by a large margin. By a large margin. His one game is bigger than all the passing yards we had in 2 games. He has more receiving yards than the quarterback has passing yards, and then the receivers totally have catching yards. He has more than the quarterback and the receiver room. One guy. So you got to lump the quarterbacks in there too. We only have more passing yards than the kid. Can't believe it.
Kansas State or Arizona? You're rolling with Arizona. You're rolling with the quarterback and the wide receiver. I can pretty much feel that.
Kansas State just seems to always be a team that just makes it hard to bet against, man. Whether it's the spread, whether it's
at home
upset, whether it's, that's been a solid team and they got our guy Dylan Edwards over there. Like I said, this is hard to bet this year. Hard to bet.
Oh, Michigan does play, which makes it even crazier that he took his mom to see Usher. That's wow. That's crazy. LSU against South Carolina. South Carolina has surprised everybody.
Dylan Stewart.
Dylan Stewart. Brian Kelly. Does he fall off a cliff tomorrow?
Well, the SEC schedule is just hard in general, man. It's like got teams like South Carolina that you know would be a game, but they more of a game than you thought it would be. How do you get up for that? How do you handle the loss that you're coming off of? I mean, this season, I'm telling you, is unpredictable. South Carolina did a great job against Kentucky last week, whooped them up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but South Carolina's quarterback situation is not the greatest either. So I think, the young superstar Dylan Stewart, I think they get the win over Brian Kelly. Gary Nussmeier is just a middle of the road guy until they get their number 1 pick in there next year. I got South Carolina winning this one.
All right, Boston College. Who thought this would be a sneaky game? Boston College ranked 24th against number 9 Missouri.
Missouri's always been a team that doesn't fall to the teams that they should beat. They always been the team that beat the teams they shouldn't beat, or shock or get close to shocking the teams they shouldn't win against, like Georgia. So they should win that pretty handily. But Boston College can only get so far because of the talent they have. Missouri's talented, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yep. Last but not least, you gave the Purdue matchup, but this is another sneaky game left, and we have to talk about it. Whew. Oregon State. Now, there's no longer a Pac-12 matchup. Shout out to the Pac-12 filling their conference back up with the additions. And that's always a tough game for Oregon, bro.
They don't have Dylan Gabriel's not.
He's not
working through it. Yeah, he's working through it, but it's a 1-year transfer. And I mean, it's not no secret. 1-year transfers are going to struggle. Like, what are we talking about? Place like Oregon, where they can't afford to play things close to the chest either, because of their expectation, they can't win no big game. And Dan Lanning, all the Nike shoes and gear in the world. You depend a lot on your quarterback who just got there. And the schedule, y'all ain't got no easy schedule. Y'all play Ohio State the next week. Or like the week after. It was pretty early in the season. But the scheduling has made college football super tough. So Oregon State is not a slouch.
No, not at all. What do you think about that Texas A&M Florida matchup down in the swamp?
Oh, my God. DJ Lagway in there, they win. If he's not, he ain't matter. No, he ain't. I wouldn't even think twice about betting against Graham Mertz. But I like DJ Lagway. I've always liked him, and want to see him succeed. That's going to be good in a couple years.
Notre Dame fans, either tomorrow is going to get the quarterback situation right. Here's the positive. I'm telling you. Either Notre Dame comes out, smashes Purdue, wins, and we start building towards Miami, Ohio, and Louisville and righting the ship, or tomorrow finally gets the quarterback situation secure, and in the hands of our recruit. One of the two happens tomorrow. It's a shame that it's a turning point for this program this early in the season, but it's a turning point game tomorrow. Marcus Freeman said Riley Leonard has looked really good all week. Good throws, good decisions, everything. All right. Okay. But you best believe he also said, I don't know what the parameters are, but we need to move the ball. We need to score points. And if we're not doing that, we got to make a change. That's a far cry from, no, we never thought about putting Steve in the game.
I know, and that's sad because your first mind to say that is based on what? Right? Or am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Like,
not wanting to overreact right after the game. Not wanting to just.
That wasn't an overreact type of answer, though. It was like a hell no, Steve. Hell no.
Yeah, his reaction was kind of. He called himself like, man, no disrespect to Steve.
He definitely disrespect. I mean, it was just the way you answered. It made it seem like you already had it in your mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Marcus Freeman wants to disrespect Steve or nothing. I'm just saying that, like, damn, dude, like. Oh, man. I do think that you can't tie yourself to this decision and jump off the cliff, Marcus Freeman. So, yes, you got some common sense in you, sound like. And I don't want to see you go. So, yes, you need to open up that thing, give your quarterback room up, open the quarterback room up, and allow Riley definitely to get a chance, but don't die with the decision. You know what I'm saying? Don't compound mistake. You play quarterback, you learn about compounding mistakes. It's all right to mess up. Just don't compound it. Don't keep going. Stop. Take a breath. Assess. Look at the bigger picture. Right? I mean, because it's good grief. You go make decisions. Everybody's like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to get Riley, but you got him. You don't have to die with the decision either. You know what I'm saying? Let's not compound it. And who knows? Steve may rally the troops in a way where it can put the team in a better light. Maybe Steve doing well in this game can help Denbrock have the inspiration to say maybe we can play both of these guys, which I think will benefit the offense in the long term. Because that way you can still get what you want in both worlds. You can still get the chemistry of the team right. Because if you think about it, you're still supporting your development, your quarterback room. I mean, a lot like Jack Cohn and Tyler Buckner. We won 11 games doing that. And we have a better team, in my opinion, all around if we take that method. Marcus Freeman was around for that. I think that's the best course of action in terms of nursing the situation.
Lucky Lefty Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for following this week. Don't forget, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can also find our podcast, some of our podcasts on the Irish Breakdown feed, the best ones of the week. Patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network for the Lucky Legends podcast and also the Players Only podcast. You need to go over there, sign up, $5. $5 gets you exclusive content, audio and video over at patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, at Lucky Lefty Pod on TikTok, Twitter, X, and Instagram. And then subscribe, share, hit that like button, and leave your comments and questions over at YouTube. We greatly appreciate everybody. So, hey, it is what it is. Just go out and ball. That's what we wait and hope to see from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. against the Purdue Boilermakers. So for Left, SD2 Mics, man, we'll see you for the post-game show, hopefully in a much better mood than last week, right here on the Lucky Lefty Podcast, man. Have a great Friday and weekend. Be blessed, but most of all, make sure you spend it differently.